EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Darius Leonard on the tackle.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second down now. Mixon, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throw it with Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And Burrow going to throw again. On the slant, complete to Green. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Colts nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Quick throw here to Hilton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers, he's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10.
Grabbed there by Zach Pascal. And he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster. But when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Pascal's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
45-yard line.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts, nothing.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. And they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And able to find Green. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, it's Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Colts 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Colts nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
He'll take over.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And long.
From the gun, Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for A.J. Green. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Number 20.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The tackle by Logan.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Kari Willis there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow will throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Rivers now from the 50. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. And it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
14.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Green brings it in. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green, and at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start. Without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton, his leadership will be key.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First down.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And a Bengal first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. From the gun again to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 22. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Pass complete to
John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And it's 21-3.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 21, Colts 3.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
10 more there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Colts 3. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
The tackle
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Rivers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
For a Colts.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
Burrow on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's